else want your bones? Do you want your bones? Yeah? Where they at? Brad, multiple people liked your dancing.
Dance.
Okay. Let's get back to the dogs. Do you want your bone? On. And here we go. Here we go. Here we go. One for Mitty. One for Molly. Oh, sorry. So we're sitting here having our morning coffee.
Thinking about snuggling. She's going to restart it.
No, I'm not going to restart it because they can see how you are. This is just what I live with.
All right. Yeah. The reality is I wanted to see if she would just stop the video and redo it.
No. That's the thing about Vlogmas. Like yesterday, when I filmed when I was talking and I was editing, I was like, oh my gosh, I look so tired. I had just gotten out of the shower. My hair was still wet. I had no makeup on. And I was like, I don't care. It's going on anyway. I'm in my 40s now. I don't care.
She's in her 40s. She just doesn't care.
I'm in my mid-40s. It's like, whatever. So today's Saturday, December 3rd.
Rainy Saturday morning.
It's rainy. I know. My sister and I were supposed to go out and make some like wreaths and outdoor evergreen arrangements, and we're not going to be able to do that.
Maybe later on.
Well, it's supposed to stop raining around 1.
If it's windy enough.
Yeah, everything's going to be so wet. We might have to do it tomorrow.
Maybe.
Oh, she has her Christmas party tomorrow. That won't work. Anyway. So I slept in until like 7:03 because it's so dark outside because of the rain. I thought it was still like 6 a.m. So I'm going to actually, I have some crafty stuff I want to do today. If I don't make the wreaths, what are you going to do?
Well, I think I am going to go clean the bike chains and get them all ready for winter so they don't rust up and stuff.
Putting our bikes to bed.
The bicycles, yep, they need put to bed. You got to take care of your stuff, so got to do that. And then I was just downstairs checking my new desk. Yeah, that I built.
Oh yeah, Brad just built himself a desk and he's finishing it.
Yeah, I may move that into my office later on.
Yeah.
Depending.
When I was trying to film yesterday, when I was sitting out here trying to film, I even included this in yesterday's Vlogmas if you want to watch it, but I was like so loud. When you're on calls, you're so loud. And I played it back and I could hear you. No, you were walking around right underneath in the big room.
I do. I walk.
And then last time I filmed a podcast, when Ian told you, hey, Mom's podcasting, I heard him say, I had to actually stop and restart.
Are you saying I have a big mouth?
You too. You're loud. Because it was
so... I think she should get a negative review for that. Thumbs down.
It literally sounded like you were right outside the door when I was filming 2 weeks ago. But anyway.
I have this habit of walking around because I have a Bluetooth headset. And I literally just pace whenever I'm on calls sometimes.
Yeah.
Or I get on a ripstick and ride it around the basement. Nobody knows, though.
Do you do that still?
Yeah, I do that still.
Oh, okay. So anyway, my arm is getting really tired. I've been holding this phone up here. My arm is getting really tired, so I'm going to shut this off. But
see you later.
Let's finish our coffee and get our day going.
That's right.
Okay.
Somebody's getting heaven.
Morning, Ian.
Good morning.
Where'd Lily go? She disappeared. We were all just sitting here together.
Oh, no.
Oh, she's gonna flip out. She doesn't like that.
She's loaded.
There's Lily. Lily, you have not made enough appearances in Vlogmas.
What do you mean? It's only like day
She's gonna go
3.
crazy.
I guess so.
Look at her.
That's
She's
true.
getting the psycho.
Brad's having fun, listening to Christmas music and cleaning his bike chains. Ian and I just ran to town to do a little bit of shopping.
I'm hijacking Mom's vlog right now so she can feel the pain of always getting video camera shoved at her.
And my Christmas teapot. Look, it's so cute. It actually came with a bunch of mugs, red and white, but I only pulled 2 out, one of each color, because I don't have enough room in my cabinet.
I feel like I'm filming like an advertisement for a Christmas tea party set
Jesus
right
is the
now.
gift. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Anyway, since Ian's filming, I still have my coat and my scarf on because Ian and I just ran into town to do a little errand. I'm like cold. I'm really cold. Chilled to the bone cold. It's not even that cold out. I think it's like 50, but it's really rainy and windy and gross. But I remembered about this tea. I think one of you viewers sent this to me last year because somebody sent me just a single one and I tried it and I loved it, and then I found some at a little shop, like just singles, so I bought those. I bought them out of what they had. And then I think one of you sent me this. I didn't even open it yes, I did. I lied. I opened it. But still, there's a lot in there and I'm so excited. So I just warmed up the kettle and I'm going to have some tea, which is what inspired me to bring my mugs up from the basement. And then I'm actually going to work on some crocheted baubles for the tree. These are just worsted weight scraps that I have that I've been just saving. Actually, I was saving them to make a log cabin knitted blanket, but I'm going to use some of these to make some baubles. Thank you, Ian, for filming this. Makes it a lot easier. I don't have to set up the tripod and all that stuff.
I don't have the same stamina as your tripod does.
No, I know. Your arm starts getting tired. Yeah.
Well, it's because I'm trying to hold it still and it's shaking.
Okay, now I gotta pick my mug and then I'm gonna make my tea. Don't get your tinsel in a tangle. I think I like this one. I got this at a thrift store. Yep, this is it. This is the one I'm gonna use.
Isn't it funny talking to a camera that's not actually filming?
Are you serious?
No, it's filming.
You're so mean to me. I do that all the time though. Like my kids will tell you. I will start filming, but I'm not really filming. But I think I'm filming, so I'll go on and on and on and on about whatever it is I'm supposed to be filming. And then I'll look and be like, oh no, I never hit start. So I understand. I would have understood if you hadn't been filming. But, okay, back to tea. about 2:15 in the afternoon, and I wanted to show you, I made 2 crocheted ornaments. My first one is definitely not as good as the second one because this is the first time I've ever used this pattern, and although I've been crocheting for many, many years, it really didn't have anything to do with, well, let me just show you. So here's my first one, which you probably would have seen already in the clip now that I think about it. And this is the second. So a couple of things. This pattern was a free pattern on the internet. I think I found it on Ravelry, and then there's a link through to a website. So I will post that in the description because I had a couple of people ask me if I could do that. I must have mentioned it in yesterday's video. So I'll post it down in the description. Now I will say that it's not like an incredibly thorough, but it's, if you know how to crochet and you're comfortable with it, you'll be fine. Like, it doesn't say slip stitch to join in the round, or you know, it doesn't really give details like that. It just tells you what to do in each round. Now the first ball, I followed the pattern exactly, and well, and I think some of it had to do with like the yarn I used. Like, this yellow stuff is some hand spun, and then this I held double because when I tried using just a single strand, it was too thin and these gaps were way too big. So, and you can see the styrofoam through it. I don't particularly like that, but I'm not that picky because from back here, which these are going to be hanging on my tree, you know, so who cares? So if, I did think about, and actually my son Ian said you could get some of the glass or plastic, just, you know, the little round ornaments that you just hang on your tree, the plain ones, or even clear ones. I've seen clear ones, like I've seen big packages of clear ones at craft stores. I think people stuff them with different things. You could actually do that too, and then you wouldn't have the shiny styrofoam showing through. I think the one thing, the holes between are awfully big. When I get close, you can see, but I think because I chose a lot of light colors for this one, it's not as noticeable. So then when I started my second one, I thought I'm going to, and I used a crochet eye hook, which is it's 5mm. That's what the pattern asked. And this is all worsted weight yarn, although the hand spun is like, it's hand spun, so it's more thick and thin. Okay, and so when I started the second one, I used the pattern as like a guide, but I didn't follow it exactly, especially when I got onto the other side where you stuff the ball down in and start knitting or crocheting around the actual ball. Up until about this round here, you're just crocheting, and then when you get to the 8th round, I think, you shove the styrofoam ball in, and then you crochet around it to close it up. So once I got to that point, I started doing it differently. I also made my gauge a bit tighter. I used the eye hook, but I held all my yarn single and I pulled pretty tight. So I crocheted it pretty tight, and you can still see there are holes. See when you get up close. But again, from far away, spinning. And I didn't weave in any ends. I just kind of like shoved them all in the ball and stuffed them in there. Yeah, so that was an experiment. I did 2. I don't know how long it took me. I didn't time it. I sat here and watched a couple Vlogmas episodes and listened to some music. So, I definitely think the second one went quicker because I had already done one and I figured out some things that I wanted to change to make it go a little bit easier and also to look a little bit more polished. And they are quick. They are quick. In fact, I have every year my 4 other friends of mine, we get together. So the 5 of us get together at a restaurant and we do an ornament exchange. And I have always made handmade ornaments except for last year. And last year I didn't. I don't know why. I think I put it off. And then I ran out of time. And then when Brad and I were in Lancaster, I found ornaments for them there. So I bought them there. but I actually made my ornaments for them already, like a long time ago. But I thought these would be a fun ornament to make as well, which, because my ornaments are already made for this year. If any of you friends, which I don't know that any of my friends watch my Vlogmases, but if you do, this isn't what you're getting. Just, I'm not showing you yours yet. You'll find out here in a week. Another ornament I wanted to try to give a go with is from this book, from Knit Picks, which I purchased several years ago, I think 2019 maybe, Merry Knit Miss. And this is just a knitted stranded color work bulb. And they give you, oh here, let me show you this page, because they give you different options. So you don't have to just do a bird. You can do those 4, that might be it. Yeah, they give you 4 different color work charts. So I'm probably gonna do that. I made another ornament in here. The first year I bought this book, let me see if I can find it. Okay, I made these. I made one of these. I actually made this exact one here when I first got it. So this was not as fun because it's knitted flat, and I did not enjoy doing color work flat, but I could just adapt it. Yeah, I could just adapt it and just carry my yarn in the back and just do it. If I would make these again, that's how I would do it, because I learned that was the first time that I had ever done color work flat, and I did not enjoy it at all. The purling side of it, I didn't like it. So now I know that to solve that, I just can knit in the round and leave the yarn, you know, the yarn strands across the back. And one other thing, it's just a really, really cute book. There was a really pretty stocking in here, which I have yarn. I bought yarn in I think 2020 or 2019 to make stockings for everyone in the family, and it's still in a bag in my craft closet. But isn't this a pretty stocking? I love these stars. So yeah, I don't know, maybe someday. Maybe I'll be knitting stockings for my grandchildren someday. That might be more realistic. So both of my kids are, Lily's actually out shopping with her grandma today. They're doing some Christmas shopping, and Ian's gonna be going out to dinner with a friend. So Brad and I are gonna go do something as well, probably some Christmas shopping. I don't wanna worry about filming footage, so I'm not going to include any of that, because I actually wanna get this edited and get it at least scheduled to upload to YouTube. Because last night that was late. We didn't get home. We got home at like 8:15, 8:30, but it still takes a long time. I had it all editing. I had edited it throughout the day. So I just had to add on the stuff from when we were out last night. But it took a long time to actually process and then upload to YouTube. So it wasn't even that long of a video. I normally, shorter videos when I do them don't take that long, so I don't know if it's just the number of people using YouTube. Does that make a difference? I don't know. I don't know such things. Oh, let me grab my Christmas socks and show you how much progress. Let me show you how much progress I've made on those. Okay, so here we go. It is pretty. So that's pretty good for having just started these yesterday. I feel good about the amount of progress I've made. Again, I don't know if I'll have them done in time to wear for Christmas, but I thought about so I'm knitting these on size 1 Chalgu 9-inch circulars, and I have another set of size 1 somewhere, but I also have 3 other pairs of socks on needles in project bags, so it is really highly possible that the other size 1 that I think I have is actually already on a pair of socks, so I would have to switch them out. But I thought about casting on the second one too, and kind of getting caught up on the second one to the point I am here, and then knitting them in tandem, because I feel like if I do that, I'd have more of it'd be more realistic for me to stay motivated to actually get them done for Christmas. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to obsess about it. And if I finish them after Christmas, you know, I will put them away and I'll have a pair of Christmas socks for next year that I won't even have to worry about making. So, all right, friends, well, I'm going to wrap it up and get this edited and uploaded to YouTube. It's only 2:30, but we're going to leave here in a couple of hours. So I want to leave myself plenty of time and not stress myself out, because that's never good. I did want to say the sun finally came out. We had like torrential downpours and the sun came out, but it's not like constant sun. It's just little patches of blue and the sun will come out and then it'll go back behind the clouds, and it's super, super windy out. So I'm not going to be outside doing stuff today. It's just uncomfortably windy. And the temperature did drop. I think it was in the 50s this morning, and it dropped into the 40s, which is actually quite warm. But when you add in the wind chill from the wind, it feels really cold out there. So it's not the best kind of day to be out cutting down pine and making wreaths and such. So I'm just going to put that off for another day when the weather is more conducive to that. And also everything's going to be just completely saturated and wet. And I don't really feel like getting wet and being cold. So okay, friends, I will see you guys all tomorrow.